Hello there and welcome to Terraria the board game. Oh my god, the Kickstarter has finally started. So it's been a while since we got this announcement. I think it's been a couple months already, maybe half a year. I actually do not remember when this was actually and properly announced. But yes, we're finally, well, not yet, because spoilers, it's only being shipped in June next year, so it's not yet finally. But at least the Kickstarter has started, and you can back the project. You can pledge your money, and you can get one of the 2 editions, and also playmat. But yeah, I want to go through the page. I already went through personally because I didn't think I would want to make a video on it. But why not? Am I right? Get awareness to get as many Kickstarter goals, as many goals as we can, stretch goals. So yeah, basically you have 3 different pledge tiers. You can have the $1 tier where you just get campaign updates and everything, and a high resolution Terraria themed desktop background. And by the way, you can at any point upgrade from one pledge to the other. So even if you do $1 to see some updates, you can still pledge the full 62. Well, not 62 dollars, but 62 pounds. So $80 for the gold pledge, which gets you Terraria the Board Game Deluxe Edition and any Kickstarter goals that are going to be unlocked, which is awesome. By the way, one thing. The Deluxe Edition is Kickstarter only. So from what I've understood in this, there will be a version that you could buy at a later date, but that will not include all of the bosses. The Deluxe Edition includes all of these bosses that you can see here, but they will be purchased separately at a they could be purchased separately at a later date. At least that's what I understood. We'll take another look through this whole thing and then yeah. And of course, the Terraria themed desktop background. And if you want to pay $153, you can also get the Hellstone Pledge, which gets you the game, neoprene character mats, custom wooden character pack, neoprene dice tray, action card sleeve pack, all applicable unlocked stretch goals, and Kickstarter exclusive content, and the desktop background. I'm not entirely sure what neoprene actually is. Oh, it's a synthetic rubber. Okay, so I guess it's kind of like whatchamacallit? A mouse pad, right? Or a mouse mat. Huh, interesting. Shipping is anywhere in the world for all versions, and there's a little shipping tab here which you can check shipping for your country. But yeah, I will get the gold pledge 100%, but I am thinking of the Hellstone pledge because all of these will most likely be exclusive to the Kickstarter. So yeah, but I'll have to see financially by the closer to the end. I think I'll wait until like a week or 2 before the thing is gone. Also, there's 23 days left, so if you do want to back this project, do it in around 23 days before this goes. And yeah, let's actually take a look at the whole thing here. So a brand new world awaits, canvas brimming with terrain to explore, resources to be gathered, loot to find, and enemies to defeat. It's 1 to 4 players, 120 minutes. That's actually quite a long time, but then again, it's trying its hardest to actually simulate the Terraria experience. First Kickstarter little FAQ and stuff, a little guide if you've never used Kickstarter. About the game. So 1 to 4 players, cooperative, deck building, world exploration, dice combat, boss miniatures. But you can also play the games in solo mode. So that's actually quite interesting. Kind of like how you can also play the Binding of Isaac one in co-op mode rather than versus mode. But then again, I think this one is fully cooperative. I don't think there's any player versus player. But a cool thing about board games is you can customize them however you want if you don't want to follow the full rulebook. So Terraria the Board Game is a cooperative adventure game for 1 to 4 players based on the smash hit indie video game. If you're a fan or new, you can experience Relogic's masterpiece on your tabletop, which is amazing. Simple deck building at its heart and a flexible action point system. Choose your own playstyle and create memorable moments as you dig, fight, explore, and build in a thrilling sandbox world. yeah, so you can actually craft stuff. You'll need to get resources and actually craft pickaxes and weapons and stuff. I think you can also find them in chests. Another thing is that there will be more videos coming out. I did take a look through the comments, and a lot of people were asking for a full video on like a first playthrough or a rule book. And yeah, people like the creator of the Kickstarter did respond that there will be more videos coming. So you can do pretty much like in Terraria. You can dig, mine ores and gems as you spelunk below the surface. You can fight enemies, which is very similar in its fights with Binding of Isaac again, because each player and each enemy has an attack dice and a defense value. You as a player will roll the attack dice, the amount of attack die you need to if it's higher than the defense value of the enemy, you will deal 1 damage. And it's the other way around for enemies as well. And actually, it's similar, but not like in Isaac, because in 4 Souls, I should really call it 4 Souls, because in 4 Souls, if you do not roll the number needed, you take damage, but if you do roll higher or equal, the enemy takes damage. Exploration is going to be an interesting thing, so I'm guessing you can actually dig and create tunnels, but I'm not entirely sure. This is why I'm really interested in a first look sort of video. So you can actually see at least like the first 10 minutes or so of a game, or like a couple minutes of each stage of the game would be nice. Because like you can see here that there's a lot of torches placed. So what I'm guessing is that you can place tunnels. So unless there's already made tunnels, you can place tunnels and torches around on the existing biome tiles, so that you could dig around ores maybe. I'm also curious, how do you deal when you dig up an ore? Because for example, if you dig up the one above here, I'm not sure how visible it is on the video, but there's a one above the yellow players. If you dig that one up, do you place a dirt tile on top of it since it's gone? Winning! So, be vigilant, time marches on and the world is dangerous. Being complete your chosen objectives. Terraria the board game feels like Terraria distilling the fun of the digital gameplay loop while adding the satisfying tactility and in-person excitement. So I believe you can choose as many, so there's going to be 2 ways to win. One, which is going to be to complete your objectives, which you choose, I believe 4, or possibly you could choose as many as you want, 4 objective cards, at the very least. Once you complete those objectives, you win. But you can also win by defeating the Wall of Flesh, which gives you an insta-win. So you could choose to go for either or in this situation, which is actually really cool to give choices to the players, you know? What's in the box? So there's 86 unique biome tiles, and there's, I believe there's corruption, desert, snow, at least from what we've seen. Jungle, there's jungle, because there's also queen bee and stuff. I'm not entirely sure, but there's a bunch of biomes, and you can, and a bit later we'll see that you actually choose the biomes like randomly. I think because I'll actually talk about it when I get to it. You also get 6 modular boss miniatures, each with unique boss cards and tokens, which is really cool how these work. Like, look at this is so cool. I wonder though, mechanically, could you just keep them together? And because this is, does it say something here? No. Track boss stats by taking them apart or convert their forms. This is what I wonder, because for example, for the brain and for the brain, eye, and Eater of Worlds, it doesn't make sense because Eater of Worlds can split. The brain has its second phase, and same with the eye. But Queen Bee, Wall of Flesh, and our dear friend King Slime over here do not have multiple phases. So I wonder. Because if you want to, you could just not take them apart. You could just leave them as they are. But I guess we'll have to see how the game plays and how boss fights are in the actual game before, you know, we can judge it. 200 action and debuff cards. So the action cards are like, so I see dodge, explore more, rest. Okay, so different actions that you can do in the game. And you can see, for example, explore more has 2 green dots. That means it can move twice, as an example. There's 30 chest cards and 41 objective cards. Again, as I said, I think you will need to choose at the very least 4 when you start the game, and once you complete those 4 objectives, you just win. 167 equipment cards. I'm really excited to actually see which cards are in here. We can see, of course, the copper tool set, and the gold broadsword and the demon bow, and also 64 consumable cards, including bucket of water buckets and potions. So yeah, there's also crafting in this game, if I recall correctly. There's a minimap board with time tracker and then house tiles. And yeah, this is what I meant with the minimap board, but I think it's also shown a bit lower. 162 enemy tokens featuring 33 unique enemy types. I guess this includes the salamander, the bat, and the red slime. Oh, blue slime as well, normal eyes. I'm not sure what that is, and that looks like a goblin. I wonder if the goblin army is in this, because technically it could work. 150 tokens. I guess this is a total between enemy tokens and stuff. Huh. No, this is 150 tokens of generic... Oh, right, look, here are the little, like, around here are the tunnels that I was talking about with torches. Interesting. 4 character boards with mana and health tracking cubes. 4 coin tracking dials. What does this mean by dials? Oh, I can see now. It has numbers, okay. And a rulebook, which I'm really curious about. Okay, there's also a crafting menu and bestiary. Yes, as I said, crafting is a thing. If I open this in a new tab, can I get any proper view on it? You can barely see stuff there, but I guess so. This is copper. I guess this is iron, silver, gold, demonite, and hellstone. So it shows what you need to craft each of them, I'm guessing. I wonder what this is. I guess that's like the name of the tool. And you can also see enemies and their enemies and their values. So I guess there's not going to be the values on the tokens, and you need to use this to see the HP value, the defense value, and the attack value, and what the dice you need to roll for them. There's zombies, lava slimes, jungle slimes. Okay, desert slimes. I see all the normal variants: ice zombie, ice bat, hornets, and the normal bat. Okay, that's cool. You have 4 double-sided character cards, which look really nice, and the fact that the cool thing is that the armor sets that you can have are actually transparent cards that you can place on top of these. So what they do is they cover the actual character with the armor and leave everything else to be used. Plus, I think it has the defense value on top over here. 15 character dice, 15 enemy dice, 24 resource dice, 4 meeple, and 30 wooden platforms. I'm curious though how wooden platforms are going to work, because is it going to be like in the game where you want a couple of rows of wooden platforms in order to fight the Eye of Cthulhu because it moves all over the place in the air? Boss fights are going to be, I feel like, the most interesting thing to actually see in proper gameplay. Organization built in, this is really cool. We'll need to actually see the box being open to actually see this, but I really hope it's all really well placed, and there's like maybe even like, hey, this thing goes here, because there's a lot of little things, right? You have 24 resource dice, all these die, the meeples and the platforms, a ton of cards and tokens, as you can see. So just make the cards for the biomes. Just putting this together to play it is gonna take like half an hour, I believe, at least the very first time. Why back now? Join the community so you get AMAs, polls, social goals, and updates. You get the deluxe content and quality. The physical pledge levels in this campaign include the exclusive deluxe edition of Terraria, with, as I said, the modular boss miniatures, premium thickness token, dual layer recessed player and minimap boards, top quality modular box organization, etc, etc. Guarantee your copy of the game. Deluxe edition copies of Terraria will be produced in a single print run, and there are currently no plans to reprint this edition. A stripped back retail edition featuring budget materials and without the deluxe content, example miniatures, will be available in the future. This is what I said earlier, where you need to back now if you want the full deluxe edition, right? If you want technically the full game. because whatever will be printed for retail will be stripped back. Access to exclusive add-on, a world map. You've got the option to add the gigantic neoprene world map to your pledge. The thing is, this is separate, and I think it's $35. I think it's a bit lower as well. Save money, boss miniatures, character mats, and custom wooden character pieces. Yeah, this is about the Hellstone Pledge. The custom wooden character pieces are in the Hellstone Pledge. I think you can see them over here. Boss miniatures included in all. Wooden character pack included in the Hellstone Pledge will be available in the future, but at a significantly higher price than during this campaign. So yeah. And if you want, you can support, of course, this also supports Relogic. And we all know, Relogic are the ones who made Terraria, and we really want to support them so they make Terraria 2 at some point in the future. You know. Oh god, maybe there's gonna be a Terraria 2 board game. So yeah, these are the pledge levels, the Wood Pledge, the Golden Pledge, and the Hellstone Pledge, as I've said. I've already said what's in each of them. Oh yeah, here, the World Playmat, sorry, it's $49. So a giant approximate 100 by 70 centimeters full art neoprene playmat with stitched edges. This is also really cool. But I wonder how, like, is this an example of how you can place the biome cards on top? I guess so, because you can see with this one at the top left. I think I should just open it. You can see this one at the top left actually is on top of the background. So yeah, this is just an example. So the actual mat will have the forest biome most likely, but this is actually an example with how the biome cards will look on top of it. So keep that in mind, because initially I was thinking if this is how the mat looks and it has a customized world on it, then it would be very confusing for players who want to place their own world on top of it, right? Especially since you do not know what the next biome is until you visit it. Shipping not included, see shipping section for details. We'll take a look at that. So the stretch goals. Right now the campaign is at almost $400,000. Oh god, I think it went up by like 20,000 while I talked here. So let's go back down. So the stretch goals, let's take a look first. You know what? Let me refresh the page real quick, because sometimes they add stretch goals in the meantime. So, stretch goals. Not social, sorry, my bad. Okay, nothing new. So the current ones that aren't yet done are health cube upgraded to a wooden heart. I wonder, this also counts for the Deluxe edition, right? So this is in all editions, not just the Hellstone Pledge. So this is really cool because currently, and same with mana cubes, currently these two are pure just cubes, right? They're cubes. But now there would be a heart and an actual star like in the game. There's also a foil, so the ones that are already done is foil box cover, cards upgraded from 300 GSM to 350 GSM. I think this is weight, but I'm not sure. I'm not like into TCGs or card games or anything, so I'm not sure exactly what this means. A free Christmas promo pack, so most likely an armor, a weapon, and some consumables, which is really nice. I wonder if there's going to be a Halloween one. Also, this would have been really nice if it was actually themed. Oh, but it can't. So I was thinking maybe this could have been themed around the Frost Moon, but this whole game is only themed around pre-hard mode. But we could still get a Halloween-based one with a couple pre-hard mode Halloween items. Thicker tokens from 2mm to 3mm. Dice upgraded to marbled acrylic. I wonder what they are normally. Wizard wooden character added to wooden character pack. The transparent king slime and tombstone tokens upgraded to wood. So there's actually going to be tombstones. I wonder if you can either create a graveyard, or if you can actually or if they have any gameplay usage, the tombstones. Then there's some social goals. So if they get 1,500 Facebook followers, they'll plant 100 trees. 3,000 Instagram followers is going to be adopting an orca. 500 retweets on Twitter. I'm not gonna call it X. I'm sorry. We'll adopt a vulture. 200 fans on BGG. Oh, Board Game Geek. We'll adopt a penguin. Yeah, I didn't even know about BGG. Then there's the community calendar. Today, which is May 28th, the campaign launch. May 31st to June 2nd, meet us at UKGE, which I believe is a UK convention. June 4th, June 11th, in-game build contest, which I will cover in a bit. I have the tab open here. June 13th, at these times, Discord AMA. June 18th, these times, Reddit AMA. And on June 21st, the campaign ends. So, yeah. If you do want to get your pledge in, and if you do want to get the Deluxe Edition or the Hellstone Pledge, to put in your backing by June 21st. I'm not sure if there's going to be any post-campaign ways to get these, because some Kickstarters do have some post-campaign way to actually get pledge and stuff and get their versions, but yeah. How to play, here we go. At the start of the game, choose how many of the 4 objective chains dig, fight, build, and explore you'll attempt to complete. Okay, so you can choose however many you could choose. If you really want to, I think you could do all 41. To win, finish them before time or the shared respawn pool runs out. So time can run out. Interesting. Feeling brave, you can attempt to defeat the Wall of Flesh, the hardest boss in the game, for immediate victory. Of course, the interesting thing is that, yeah, the time could run out, or the respawn pool, but you could always just customize these rules, which I feel like is one of the coolest things for both the tabletop games and Dungeons and Dragons. You can just do whatever you want in them, nobody's gonna stop you. For example, I think the actual creators of Uno publicly stated that you cannot put a +4 on top of a +4. But does anyone care? No, we don't, we just play it like that. Next, generate the hidden minimap, which this is what I wanted to talk about. This would dictate the layout of your world's biomes. When you reach the edge of a biome, reveal the adjacent biome by flipping a minimap token and adding new tiles to your world. So, world generation, this is how it happens. You have, can I open this in a new tab and actually zoom in? I think I'll just continue, that's the max amount I can zoom in. That's barely any bigger. Anyway, so you have 3 set biomes that will always be the same. The world edges, which is 1 card, which are the ocean biomes, and 1 middle biome, which is the normal size, which is the forest. Then on these 2 slots, you will be placing 2 random biomes, from what I can understand. You will flip the biomes, choose 4 at random, and place them in here. Then, when you get to the left edge of the forest biome, you will need to flip the biome tile in here and actually place on the world on the play mat or on the play area the new biome tiles, depending on which biome that is. For example, desert or snow, or I think that's corruption, or jungle. Then the same if you go to the right. You can see here. So you see here. For this example, they chose to go to the right. To the right, there's a snow biome, and once the player got to the right, they add the new snow tiles. At the start of each round, advance the time tracker representing the day and night cycle of the game. Players take turns simultaneously, draw cards from your personal deck, and plan with your teammates how best to spend the action points generated. Maybe you'll explore to find the new biomes and loot, or use your starting equipment to convert action points into digging, chop, and fight. By playing cards that benefit you and other players, you can create memorable moments for everyone at the table. I do wonder if you can actually convert this into a player versus player version as well, where you have to compete against each other. I guess you could just give everyone everyone who's playing 4 different goals and have them play against each other. That could be interesting. By crafting better equipment, you'll be able to use your action points more efficiently, add new, more powerful action cards to your deck, and scrap those you no longer need to customize your deck to your preferred playstyle or character class. Oh, okay, so I'm guessing that... Interesting. So I'm guessing, so will this be my hand forever? Like, if I use the dodge action, do I... Wait, I think I'm starting to understand. So this is the cost. Explore costs 1 green. And you have 3 green in total because these 3 cards give you 1 green each. And the dodge card, you either need to use a green orb, which is stamina, I guess, or you can use 2 armor, which you have from 2 defense, which you have from armor. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do another video once we get the rule book and actually go through it. I think that's gonna be really cool to do. But yeah, so I guess once you don't need a card, you can just you can just scrap them, I guess. I'm not entirely sure how that would work. Fight over 30 enemy types using a quick and simple dice combat. This is what I talked about. Roll your weapon's attack dice against the enemy's defense dice. For every one of your results equal to or higher than the enemy's highest defense result to deal a wound. Oh, never mind, I'm sorry. So you roll the defense die, you don't roll against their existing defense. Never mind, my bad. Upgrade your weapons to access more powerful attack die combinations and use action cards to influence battles in your favor by weakening your foes. Buffing your character, rerolling your attacks, and more. I guess this is where potions would come in hand. When enemies attack, simply reverse the dice system, roll their attack dice against your defense die by crafting armor sets represented by transparent cards, which you can see here. You can see that the character card has... Wait, the character card has a slimy. Are there summons around? Oh my god, maybe there are summons. That's awesome. Anyway, let's go back. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Over your character, you'll bolster your defense dice combination as well as adding other permanent character booms such as an increased hand size or debuff immunity. Ooh, interesting. Place platform pieces and rope tokens to move around the world more quickly. Unlock access to better equipment and armor by building houses that provide crafting stations. Open chests to obtain craftable equipment, single-use consumables or extra resources. Spawn NPCs to take advantage of their unique bonuses. Now, I haven't seen any image about NPCs, so I do really wonder if there are actual NPC tokens. The game features 6 bosses: King Slime, Queen Bee, Eye of Cthulhu, Brain of Cthulhu, Eater of Worlds, and Wall of Flesh. Each has unique spawn criteria, and when summoned you'll use a modular boss miniature to track boss stats. Defeat bosses to collect unique loot and complete objectives. Oh my god, will there be stuff like the Bee's Knees? Because that's what I would call a unique loot, right? Okay, so we went through the gameplay section, then there's a couple videos if you guys want to watch them. Then there's shipping. So this is the shipping chart for the different regions from the US, Alaska, Hawaii, Canada, Mexico, Europe, Asia, etc, and Oceania. So yeah, if you guys want to pause here and just check your, or go to the page of course and check your own country. And also I believe these do not include customs. So remember that these do not include customs, so you might have to pay a tiny bit more for customs. Oh, and these are the shipping breakdowns for Europe 1, 2, and Asia 1 and 2. If you again want to pause or go to the page, here it is. Shipping will charge separately after the campaign ends via the pledge manager. Charging shipping closer to game being sent will ensure that we get the most accurate prices. So I think you get charged for the pledge, for the £62 pledge, for example, at the end of the campaign. But for the shipping, which in my case would be I think Europe 2, then I would only be charged the $15.50 by June next year, for example, or like May next year. I'm not sure what friendly shipping is. Oh, backers in these regions will have customs and duties covered by us. Okay, gotcha. Wait. UK, EU, so does that mean that... Oh, so there's no customs for Europe. So that means that there's no customs for me. That's cool. VAT and regional taxes are not included in your pledge, exactly what I said. For the UK and EU, we are obliged to collect VAT on the value of the total pledge and shipping amount according to the VAT rates of each respective country. Okay, so I guess this kind of VAT will be calculated. I don't know. So I guess it's only the customs and duties, but the VAT payment is still like covered by us. Pledge manager, which I guess it's sometimes the campaign is over, we'll be using Backer Kit as our pledge manager. Backers will use this platform to review their pledges, manage add-ons, purchases, okay, blah, blah. This is also where shipping and VAT, if applicable, will be charged. Please note that you will be able to access the pledge manager and the pricing you see on Kickstarter even after you pledge it, even if you pledge at the wood pledge level. You receive emails from Backer Kit as we lock orders and addresses. Okay. Then there's the team based on the video game Terraria by Avery Logic, and then the others of the team. 3D animator. What is? I guess for the trailers, huh? A note from the PFG team. It's an honor to have the chance to adopt such a beloved game for tabletop. Thanks to Relogic for being fantastic creative collaborators, and to all of the Terraria fans we've met online and at conventions for your enthusiasm and feedback. I am really excited for this, and the rest is just like basic Kickstarter stuff. Refunds, this I think is important. So refunds until the end of the campaign will be fully refunded. If you cancel your pledge, it will be fully refunded. But if you need to do a pledge cancellation after the campaign, you will still be deducted 15%. So I believe if you do the £62 one, you will be I don't know, still paying 12 pounds. I don't actually know if that's the proper amount, but whatever, you'll still pay a bit because, you know, they already had everything prepared for you. And of course, risks and challenges like every other Kickstarter campaign. But yeah, this is really awesome. I'm really excited for this, and I honestly cannot wait to get it in my hands. It's really unfortunate that it's like next year, but yeah. I cannot wait to play this with some of my friends that love Terraria as well. That's gonna be a fun time. But yeah, there's also a Terraria community forum post that's been done. Of course, here is now live on Kickstarter. We have the general announcement and the links, a new trailer that I'll also leave in the description below, and if you remember, there was something about a build contest. So, between June 4th and June 11th, if you post on either Twitter or Instagram with the hashtag Terraria Boardgame and tagging @PaperFortGames, you will be with a picture or a build. So, let me actually see. Paper hosting an in-game build competition. So it is a build competition with a picture of your in-game build. If you put it on Twitter or Instagram with the hashtag and the @ you will be entered in a competition to win a Hellstone Pledge version of the game, with shipping costs being covered by Paperfort Games. So yeah, if you do a build, and the build, so here it is. If you want to get a head start on your builds quickly in order to maximize your chances of winning this epic prize, we encourage you to interpret the logo creatively. You could recolor your world to match, build a base that resembles the castle, or do something completely different. The choice is yours. We can't wait to see what you create. The winner will be chosen by the Paperfort Games team and announced on June 12th. The winner will also be contacted via DM on Twitter. Please note, to win you must be in a region that the game can be shipped to. The winner, as well as some of the team other favorites, will be shared with the community. On the campaign page and in campaign updates. So yeah, if you do want to participate in this, do make a build that has something to do with the Paperfort Games logo. Then post a picture on Twitter or Instagram with the hashtag and @Paperfort Games. I will personally also participate in this, and I kind of hope I win. I think anyone who participates hopes to win, but you know, we'll see. So yeah, what did we cover in this video? Well, I guess we did a lot of reading, going through the different aspects of the game, from from some of the rules to what it contains, to what the pledges are doing, refunds, pledge tiers, and etc, etc. We also took a look at the contest and what the contest is going to be about, and I think that's about it for this video. If you did enjoy it, why not leave a like, comment, or even subscribe? I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.